you very much, guys, for joining our today's seminar. And now we can see all this question in our chat box, which is indicating our general, yes, our speaking general, our speaking part. How could I say our speaking? A speaking seminar, a speaking session, not like part 2. It's about task 1, which is general questions. Okay, thank you very much. So let's begin with IO first, and we have Virat. Thank you very much, guys. So let's begin with IO. I have a few questions, IO, for you. Hi, IO, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so let's begin with you. So my first question for you, let's speak about time management and plan. Do you make plans every day?
Yes, I make plans every day. When I wake up in the morning, I
Okay.
plan my time, have an itinerary. If I need to leave my house, I budget the time I'm going to get to the office. Okay, and once I get to the office, I budget the time. I know the time I'm going to close at work, and I know how the time I'm going to spend going back home. Then after that, I know that the rest of my day is to myself for my leisure and rest. That's how I manage my time from the beginning of the day. So I actually plan where to go, how to move,
Okay.
and the amount of money to spend.
Okay, fine. Okay. So next question again for you. Would you say you manage your time well?
Yes, of course. I can say I manage my time well because once I set my mind of going out of or doing something each day, okay, I set apart time for every event of that day. Okay, and the other events of that day will actually be for my leisure if there is no plan for the other events or if I don't have any other activities I'm going to do.
Okay, cool. Okay, so next question again for you. What's the biggest difficulties you have when managing time?
The big, the biggest difficulty I have while managing time, it's the unforeseen circumstances. Probably when managing time, if the atmosphere changes and the rain begins to fall, or if the automobile meant to go out with develops a fault, or if something crops up, probably my children, my son or my daughter, okay, fall sick, and I'm to take him or her to the hospital. That is the only challenge I have. Distractions are the only challenge. The only challenges I have, and I try as much as possible to avoid distractions so as to be able to follow my plan, my time management, my plan. I try as much as possible to avoid distractions.
Okay, cool.
So by
So,
doing that, I let my family know my plan for the day so that I don't get unnecessarily distracted.
okay. So next question again for you. What's the latest plan you made?
You said I didn't get that, please.
Okay, what's the latest plan you made?
The latest plan I made.
Yes.
All right. The latest plan I made is to travel from where I am right now to my base in Lagos State. Lagos State is a state in Nigeria where I work, where I'm resident, and I work from. But my family are situated or located, they live in another state, which is Edo State, where I am right now. I have come to spend some time with them because I'm currently working from home, but we are being called back to the office. So I have to move back to my base, which is Lagos State. So that is my next plan, to travel back to Lagos State, settle down and adapt to the environment again, then prepare to resume work physically in the office.
Okay, cool. So let's speak about transportation. what kind of transport do you use most often?
The transport I use more often is a staff bus. When I was going to the office before the coronavirus pandemic, I was using the staff bus. There's normally a staff bus that pick us up at the nearest bus stop to the office. And after close of work, the same staff bus picks us from the office and drop us off at the nearest bus stop to our houses or to our addresses. So I use the staff bus more often than the public transport. But whenever there is no, the staff bus is not available, I take public transport.
Okay, cool. So next question again for you. How do you usually go to work?
You said, how do I use my,
How do you
how do
usually
I,
go to your work?
all right, I usually go to work, as I said earlier, on via staff bus, the company staff bus. There is a time for the staff bus to leave the bus stop. I'll make sure I have always made sure that I get to the bus stop in time so that the staff bus does not leave me behind.
Okay.
So I,
So
I join the
next.
staff bus. So when I close at work, okay,
Yes. Go on. Go on.
yes. So when I close from work, it's the same routine. I have to go in time to join the staff bus back to my bus stop.
Okay. So next question again for you. How did you go to school when you were a child?
When I was a child, my mother or my father usually took me to school. We had a car then, and my parents used to drop us off at school, then pick us during closing time, and that is how I was going to school when I was a child. I never entered the school bus. I was transported by my parents to school, to and from the school.
Okay. Thank you. So next question, it will be a last one. Do you prefer to use public or private transportation?
I prefer private transportation because private transportation is more comfortable for me because I'll be able to determine my time. I'll be able to travel or move at my own pace. I'll be able to manage my time better by driving my own car. But public transportation is determined by the driver, is determined by the passengers, and it is determined by the time you are actually leaving, either for work or for pleasure or for the market or anywhere you want to go. So I prefer using private transport. I prefer driving in my own car to wherever I want to go because it's more convenient and it gives me liberty to decide whether to turn back, whether to continue with the journey or not.
Okay. Thank you very much, Iro, for sharing your answer with everyone. I have a little information about these things. So in this section, which is called general topic, general discussion, don't try to give in detail information to the examiner because you have a few limited time. Within 40 minutes, within 40 seconds, you have to clear your answer, not more than 4 sentences. That will
Okay.
be much better. Yeah. Thank you very much, Io, for sharing your answer with everyone. Now it's your turn. You can choose someone else. We have Vera and me. You can choose anyone, and you have to ask 8 questions to them.
All right. I choose Vera. Vera,
Okay,
how are
go
you
on.
today?
Yes, go on.
I'm fine, thank you, Mr. IR.
All right. I'm going to go ahead with my questions right now, and we're going to talk about time management.
Okay.
Do you make plans every day?
Yes, for me, I make plan every day from the morning, afternoon, and in the evenings. So the plan very important for me. I always follow the plans.
Okay. And would you say you manage time well? Would
Yes,
you say you manage your time well?
yes, absolutely. Because I have the schedule, I wrote it in my computer, and after that I print it out, so that I always follow that.
Okay. All right. And what is the biggest difficulty you have when managing time?
Yeah, and I have some difficulty for manage my time because nowadays I study. Sometimes I have assignments, or sometimes I have some health problem. So sometimes I change. In in addition, when I have some the problem, I choose the priorities that I need to do. But if I don't have thing to do a lot, I just follow my schedule. So that's I have flexible for my times.
All right. Okay. What's the latest plan you made?
The latest plan that I make for this month, I have planned to get IELTS test. So that now I try to study more and more for preparation, like reading, speaking, and listening. So this is the latest my plan or my schedule.
Okay. Now we're going to talk about transport. What kind of transport do you use most often?
And for me, I always use motorbikes because I don't have the car. So that when I go to school, I take motorbikes. And sometimes I go by walking with my friends. In addition, when I uh, have some problem, I call my friend to take me go to school.
Okay. All right. How do you usually go to school or work?
Generally, when I come to study now, I always go to walk because the school and the place that I stay is so near. I just walk around 5 minutes, so that I walk to school every day.
All right. Okay. How long does it take to travel to school or work?
Generally, I spend around 5 minutes. We can say around 500 meters that I spend. So it's so near because the place that I live inside the university. So that I just spend short time. Because we can say that the place I live we call dormitory.
Okay. All right. I think that will be all for now. Thank you. Over to you, Maidi.
Okay, thank you so much, IR, for your questions.
Yeah, thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much, Io, for asking your question to Vida. And thank you very much, Vida, for sharing your answer with everyone. So, Vida, this is your turn. You have to ask your question to me, not more than 8 questions from our given task.
Okay, thank you. So now the time that I ask question to Mr. Hassan. Okay, hello Hassan, how are you today?
Yes.
Okay,
Uh,
so now move on to question.
yes, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you make plan every day?
Uh, to be honest with you, I think time management is really important in our regular life. On this occasion, I'll have to schedule my all the time to use properly on my work. That could help me to skip few moments, and I could have my proper time to have few rest.
Oh, well. Would you say your management your time well, right?
Uh, I think yes. Technically, I would definitely say, of course, I can, but generally, I think people are having few different circumstances to manage their time, because when we try to control our time management in this situation, people are having few problems they are facing, which is traffic signal or any other issues they are having regularly. If we could abandon all those problems, then yes, I can manage my time well.
Oh, nice. What the big difficulty when you manage your times?
uh, well, I think I don't have any other difficulties when I try to schedule my time. um, on this part, I would definitely say uh, transportation. Transportation is the biggest problem in our country when we are trying to set up our plan, because all those phenomena, it just deserve a few location. Without any location, if we are traveling anywhere, then we are planning few things, then our time management would never work. If we are having a heavy traffic signal in the road, so on the road, so definitely it would never work. So this is the main problem in our country, and I'm also having this problem.
Okay, thank you so much. And what the last test plan you made?
Well, what the latest plan I have made?
Yes.
To be honest, I haven't done any achievement in my life, but I think one plan I'm just enrolled. Might very soon I would have my second term, my second exam, because first time what I did, it wasn't good for me. That's why I'm planning to have it again. So this is my latest plan, I think.
Okay, thank you so much. And what kind transports do you use most often?
Well, probably people have different opinion about the transportation. Might they like to use public, if they do not have any other option to use their own vehicle. But I have one condition here, which is I have my own motorbike that I could use for traveling anywhere without any traffic restriction, and I could move within a very short time. That's people are escaping in the road on the road, that I don't need to abandon any signal, that I could move anywhere within very short time. So this is my own facilities I am using right now.
Okay, thank you so much. How do you usually go to your school or work?
Oh well, if I speak about my workstation, then definitely my office, they are providing. I would say definitely they are providing one facilities, which is office transportation. I'm having this facility for my office, so I don't need to wait for a long time for public transportation in the on the roadside, in winter seminar or winter session or any sunny weather. I don't need to do this because I have this facility. I could use public. I could use office transportation for reach my office. So this is biggest achievement I think.
Okay, thank you so much. How long does you take for your travel to school or to work?
I'm sorry. Could you please repeat your question?
Okay. How long does it take to travel to school or to work?
Oh well, this is
Yes,
this is really confusing because
yes, yes.
in our country we are having heavy traffic signal, and traffic congestion is not comfortable. Like people are not comfortable in these circumstances. They are annoyed for. So
Oh,
it's
yes.
taking long time. Often I could say within very short moment we could arrive there. However, regularly it's taking more than 1.5 hour for traveling 1, 2, 3, 4 kilometers.
Oh, yes. Okay, thank you so much. How long did you how long did you go to school when you was a child?
uh, I'm sorry, could you please repeat?
Okay, yes again. How did you go to school when you was a child?
Oh well, when I was kid, I forgot already how I reached my destination. I don't know. Let me think. Yeah, I could say my dad. He helped me a lot. We had a car during that moment, and we are used to arrive anywhere with our car, with our own vehicle. And I was trying to know about the driving, how to drive the motor vehicle, or how to drive the our like any other transportation. So that was my time. Often I was used to drive, but regularly my father was my father dropped me to the school.
Okay, thank you so much. Do you prefer to use public transports or private transports?
Well, public transport is it's convenient, I think, but if we have this chance to use our own vehicle, it would be much it would be much better than others, because we don't need to wait for long time anywhere. Like if we are stuck anywhere, we don't need to wait for our bus or any other taxi cab. We don't need to do that. So if we have this chance, but however, if you don't have this, then I could compare with the public transportation. It's much convenient. It's not expensive. Might $1 or $2 we could spend for the month, for 1 month, for 1 month. So yeah, I think it would be much better to use a public transportation rather than like taxi cab or something else.
Okay, thank you so much. And the last question for this
Yeah.
conversation, do you think you will use public transport more in the future?
Uh, I'm sorry. Could you repeat the question?
Yeah, yeah. Do you think you will use public transport more in the future?
I'm planning I would sell my own vehicle because it's expensive, like repair, maintenance cost, repairman, and garage cost as well. It's much expensive. So I think public transportation would be much convenient. We'd never have any issue. And I think people always think about public facilities, and we'd never create a heavy traffic congestion on the road. People, if they have a huge vehicle, like if any family they have a three, four, or two vehicle, then it would create a few conservative situation on the road. So why we gonna do this if we have this chance to use a public vehicle? So in future, definitely I will use public transportation rather than own vehicle. If I have this chance, then I will purchase one, but not more than one.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Hassan. And then I would like so sorry because when I ask some question and not clear pronunciation. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Hassan.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Vera, for asking your question to me. So with this question and answer, we have done our general topic. Now we are moving forward. We are